I have reviewed Genelec's 8341A a few months ago. It was from the premium lineup, the Ones series. 8341A, in my opinion, is one of the best active speakers you can get. Wide and clear sound staging, excellent microdynamics, ability to express every little nuance, and it gets better with optional GLM, which allows active involvement of DSP. I say 8341A is one of the shortcuts to obtain high-end sound at a competitive price, and it does not require separate power amps. Flexibility is one of the strengths 8341A offers. While many audio purists may despise it, sound can be altered via GLM's micro adjustment. Further, Genelec offers additional subwoofers in stereo channel. You can always add them later if you think there is a lack of low frequency. To put it simply, it was the second best speaker that I tried in my listening room, next to Wurzenbenesch Discovery 2. I can't say 8341A is for everyone, because they're well over $6,000. You can, however, get other active speakers from Genelec for less amount, like this 8020D here, costing little over $1,000. You can't expect the same quality of 8341A from these little monitors, but they are still better than many active speakers in the market. If you think 8020D is affordable, however, you better think again. There are other things to consider. Despite its cute looks, this is not a lifestyle product, but a proper studio equipment. There is no internal DAC, no Bluetooth connection, not even RCA input in this set of monitors. They only allow XLR connection, just like any premium studio monitors, meaning you need a separate DAC with XLR output. Now, many of us know that not all DACs provide XLR, and DACs with XLR output tend to be more pricey. If you are considering power cable replacement to audio grade power cable, you need to double the amount of your budget because each unit has its own amp. Sonically, it is actually a good thing. Biamping allows better sound staging, and there is virtually no discrepancy among both left and right channels, unlike typical master-slave formation, which are quite common in many active speakers. There is not much to mention in regards to 8020D's exterior. They have that typical look of Genelec monitors like Russian dolls. Rounded-edged aluminum die-cast enclosure with isopod base, 2-way units covered with perforated metal plates and carefully carved rear board. Size is the only notable difference of each model out of this lineup. This particular model has rather distinctive finish though. As you can see, there are some patterns on the surface because these speakers did not go through anodizing process after die casting. So they have that typical raw feeling like that of exposed concrete. You may love it or hate it. Genelec distinctively named them raw and claims there is no difference in terms of performance with other 8020D. 8020D sounds fairly airy and little bright without being uncomfortably forward. The sound is less edgy and softer than 8341A. This does not mean, however, the sound of 8020D has no definition. 8020D sound has fairly descriptive nature. I say 8020D is musically somewhat more approachable than 8341A. As most superior products should, 8341A portrays more definition, more authority, wider and more clear sound staging, but I have to admit 8020D comes quite close. Well, both models are from Genelec, and well, so there is definite similarity. For instance, 8020D also shares that holographic nature of 8341A. 8020D has its limits due to its small units and enclosure. And Genelec monitors do not act like they produce frequency they cannot. I respect Genelec's approach because such approach has clearer and more responsive sound as an outcome. Plus, there is a remedy for loss of low frequency by adding subwoofers, whereas there is no remedy for speakers act like they can produce low frequency, which they can't. And I must point out that DAC plays imperative role in operating 8020D. 8020D is a highly transparent stereo monitor, meaning it will spit out what is fed. Conversely, 8020D will sound great if matching DAC is great. I'm quite regretful that GLM cannot seem to be used with these little monitors here though. 8020D is not the kind of speaker with highly approachable nature. It is expensive for its size. There is neither internal DAC nor Bluetooth connection, and you will need separate high-quality DAC with XLR connection. But if you can bear the extra cost, extra hassle, and don't mind compromising little loss of low frequency, this may be your thing. There is not many active speakers producing such level of performance at a price. Thanks for watching and see you soon.